in quadratic, we have highest power. What is the highest power? The degree in the quadratic polynomial? Can you tell me the general form of
2
quadratic polynomial?
ax squared plus
Yes, yes,
bx
yes. Yes, correct. Ax square plus bx
plus c.
plus c. Very good. See, why we say this as a quadratic? Because you can easily have a look over that the highest power here is 2, right? So degree of a polynomial, if the degree of a polynomial is 2, it is called as quadratic. Okay, Priya?
Mhm.
Now, when we talk about quadratic, it's an expression because it's not been equated. But suppose if in case I equate this ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, this becomes an quadratic equation. Okay, now why it has become an equation? Why? Because we equated this with a 0. Did you get this? Did you understood this?
Mhm.
It was easy, nothing so difficult. Now, today what are we going to do? We will be learning how to solve this quadratic equation. Do you have any idea how do we solve this quadratic equation, Priya?
Um,
Like suppose if in case I give you an equation, suppose it's given x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. And if I ask you to find the roots, you know what are the roots of the polynomial or what are the roots of an equation?
it's
Hmm?
like the x-intercept.
Yes, it's x-intercept. That is basically the values of x. All right. So if it's a quadratic equation, can you still find the x coordinates, means the values of x, Priya?
Mm-hmm.
Can you find? Do you know how to find? Can you find the values for x in this equation?
Uh, it's you use the quadratic formula.
What's the quadratic formula?
Um,
Priya forgot.
minus
Yes, yes, yes.
b square root of
Okay, no
plus
problem. I will tell you.
plus or
I'll tell you.
minus the square root of 2ab minus 4a all over 2a.
I'll tell you. No problem. See, today we are going to learn that only. All right. You
Mhm.
know that the x-intercepts gives the values of roots. And what is basically x-intercepts? Like if I draw the graph of this quadratic equation, okay, it will be, graph of a quadratic equation is like a parabola. It's in the shape of a parabola, right? So wherever, suppose if it is an x-axis, it's a y-axis. Now at how many points it is cutting at x-axis, there will be the number of zeros. Priya, this that x-intercepts means when the graph is intersecting x-axis at how many places, that gives the values of x. Do you know this? Are you aware about this? Priya? Say
Uh,
yes or no. If no, then you can tell me no.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah? You know that? Okay. So that is x. Now, you know the sense it's a quadratic. So you yourself can see we draw a graph of the quadratic. It's in the U shape, basically a parabola. And you can see it is intersecting at 2 points. What is it doing? It is intersecting this at 2 points, right? At 1 point, at 2 point. That means it will have how many roots? It will have 2 roots. And of course, when you solve this equation, its highest power is 2. So the number of roots it will have will be 2. Because what is the number of roots in any quadratic equation? Number of roots are always equal to degree of the equation or degree of polynomial. So degree is the highest power. So highest power is 2 here. So it will have number of roots as 2. Correct, Priya? Is this
Mhm.
clear? Okay.
Mhm.
Now comes the most important. I'm telling you about roots, roots, roots. How to find the roots. So we have a quadratic formula for that. Okay, so let me write that. So for roots, we have a quadratic formula which is very, very important. Okay, for finding the roots of an equation. Quadratic formula says that is a value of x will be equal to minus b, then plus minus, you can see under root b square minus 4ac upon 2 times a. Now did you understood this? This is
Yeah.
called as quadratic formula. Okay. Do you want to write this? Because if you write it, it will be very clear. You have to learn because I was seeing that you were some confused in the formula. Okay. Then we will take and apply it in the equation. Do you want to write this? Do you want to
And,
write? Do you want to write it, or should I take the questions on the topic?
I already wrote it. You can take it.
Okay. So now let's take a question and apply it on that a quadratic formula. Okay, Triya, let's see.
Mm.
Let's see, we have a question. It's given 2x square plus 3x minus 6, that is going to be equal to 0. Now, coming upon, if I ask you to find the roots of the equation, that is basically, roots means the values of x. Can you tell me how we should start with, Triya? Do you know?
So
Hmm.
it would be minus. So you would just like plug in b with in the quadratic formula. So it'd be like
Yeah. So first
minus.
of all, the very first step is you will have to compare this with an equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. All right. So what will be a here?
2.
2. B will be 3 and c is going to be minus
Mhm.
6. All right. Now coming upon, you have to get the value of x. So x will be equal to minus b. Minus b will be what? Minus of 3, right? And plus minus, oh, 3 is feeling sleepy, huh? B square. That is 3 square minus 4 times a. Okay, minus 6. Is 3 like tired today?
No, no, no. I just yawned and I yawn every like 10
Okay,
minutes.
okay. So 2 times a, that is 2 times 2. Okay, 3. So this will be what? This is minus 3 plus minus. Now you solve it. What it will be? It will be 9 plus. It will be how much? 48
48, yeah.
by 4. So this will be minus 3 plus minus under root how much? 57
Mm-hmm.
by 4. Right. So this will be your answer. Means these will be the roots of a quadratic equation. Did you get this?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Now, this is when you are using a quadratic formula. Now, do you know how to solve y without using the quadratic formula? That is by the factor method.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
by the factor method, how do we solve the equation? Are you aware about how to?
By
Uh,
um
uh,
A and C.
yes, A and C, and then we'll have to just do the product. Yeah, very good. That means you're aware about. So let's take a, I'll take a cubic polynomial and find its root. Okay. Do you know cubic polynomial?
Isn't that just like with the degree of 3?
Yes, very good. It's with a degree of 3. Now, suppose you are given a like polynomial that is a cubic polynomial. All right. And how we
Mm-hmm.
will form the, how we will write the find the roots of a cubic polynomial. For example, let's take, yeah, we have a question for this. Just I'm giving you, mm, it's given x cube, okay, minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. Okay, so you have this. Can you tell me, if I ask you to find the roots of this cubic polynomial, are you aware about how to find the roots of the cubic polynomial? No,
No.
I'll tell you. See, the first step is hidden trial method. Okay, hidden trial method is means we will start putting the values from x equal to 0, x equal to minus 1, x equal to 1. Means if any values you put in this x in left hand side, if it becomes equal to 0, you know that will get one root. Okay, so let's find the one root. So let's start from putting x equal to 1. So if I put x equal to 1, it will be, do you know how to put the value in equation in? Okay, so it will be minus 23 plus 142 minus 120. So it's gonna be how much? It will be 143 minus 143. Oh, it's becoming 0. That means we have got 1 as its root. Do you get this, Triya?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because when we put in place of x as 1, you know that the root is basically what? When you put that root, the value of x in the equation, it becomes equal to 0. So here it is becoming equal to 0. Now that means that we will get one root as x minus 1.